Okay, hello everyone. It's good to have you on board. It's our time IO 2064, and in today's tutorial, it happens to be the continuation of course POL311. Started with a course about last week, and hopefully this week should be calling it up the course all about research in political science. And in line with what we have been discussing before now, we are going to continue from where we stopped, as we will be doing, according to the thumbnail, talking about research work. Okay, we're talking about research work as we take a bearing from the historical development of political science, considering the historical development of political science in today's class. For those of us who are new to the stream, let's ensure to smash like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, let's endeavor to join the private class where we walk you through all your courses without leaving any one unattended to. All you need to do is just reach out to us on our official website, which is www.tutorio.net, and use the WhatsApp button on the top. Use the WhatsApp button in the top right hand corner to send us a direct message, and from there, take it up and guide you on becoming a member. So now, according to what we have here, we have the historical development of full science. Okay, want to consider very quickly how political science became what it is. Okay, how it all started and how it has been and how it became what it is. So, without further ado, let's hop straight into it. All right. Now, political science, as we have discussed earlier, is the study of government. Okay, political science, as we have studied earlier, is the study of government and political processes, institution, and behavior. Okay, please let's note this. Political science is the study. Okay, it is the study of government. All right, the study of government. Are we together? And not just the study of government, likewise, the processes. Okay, the study of government, the political processes, comma, institutions, and behavior as well. Institutions and behavior. So that's it in a nutshell, talking about political science. Now that we have emphasized on what political science is all about, right, in a nutshell, so let's consider certain things about the history of political science. Now, it says here, just a moment. Government and politics have been studied and commented on since the time of ancient Greece. Understood the study of government, political processes, institutions, and behavior. Wonderful. Now, it might also interest you to know that government, okay, and politics has been a thing of debate, have been an occasion for discussion, has been an opportunity for elaboration, has been an opportunity, an avenue for discussion since the day of the ancient Greeks. Okay? Government and politics, all right, have been studied and commented, all right, has been studied, are we together? Studied and commented on since the time, commented on since the time of the ancient Greek. To tell you how long this matter has been in existence, to tell you how long this phenomenon, politics and government, has been in existence. Okay? Dated back to as far as the time of the ancient Greek, government and politics have been studied and commented on. Are we together? Similarly, Aristotle, okay, built upon Plato's analysis to include what we refer to as empirical evidence in his analysis. Before we talk about that, now one thing we need to understand here is that when we talk about politics, all right, when we talk about government, conversation, all right, has been on these terms, on these philosophies, on these, all right, terminologies since the time of ancient Greek. And we have scholars, the likes of Plato and Aristotle, all right, and a whole lot of them who had made, all right, their inputs successfully on the set term, who had contributed. They've introduced their approaches, their methods, their theory to the study of government and politics and made impacts on this field or in this field. Okay? So, upon that premise, then we have Aristotle, all right, building upon what Plato, all right, building upon Plato's legacy, all right, building upon Plato analysis Analysis of historical empirical evidence. Now, let's get into details. It says here, Aristotle first used the term politics. Okay? He used the term politics to refer, all right, to the affairs of a Greek city state. Understood? In this ancient Greek era, all right, we begin to see the good or intelligent, marvelous, smart work of certain philosophers. And starting with, we are considering that of Aristotle. So here, one of the proponents of political science during this era, as he made great things. All right, as his work did a lot of contribution to the setup. Now, Aristotle first used the term politics, so he happens to be the first person to use the term politics to refer okay to refer to the affairs, all right, refer to the affairs of a Greek city state. This Greek city state we are referring to is more like the capital. It's more like an enclavement, or let's compare it to what we refer to as an area, all right, or a society. Yeah, let's use the word. A society managed, all right, a society held by great philosophers, all right, great philosophers, great men in their time. They are the ones that occupy the city states. Now, Aristotle observed that man by nature is a political animal, meaning that man has always been interested in politics. Are we together? Man, according to him, has always been interested. Why? Because man wants to socialize, man wants to control, man wants to wield power. Okay? So Aristotle observed and said that man is a what? A social, all right, a political animal. Based on Aristotle's observation, he said, based on Aristotle observation, he said, man by nature is a what? Man by nature is a political animal. Okay? By this, it meant that the essence of social existence, all right, is politics, and that two or more men interacting with one another are invariably involved in a political relationship. Are we good? He said, after he has observed, come to think of it, man, okay, is very particular about social existence. He wants to be acknowledged socially. He wants to belong. He wants to be respected in the society. He wants to make certain contributions. He wants to be seen. All right. He wants to be, I don't want to use the word glorified. He wants to be acknowledged that, this man in this society is this, is that. He said that's politics. Man, social existence is politics. And when two persons or more begin to interact with one another, all right? Oh, this is where I am from, this is what we have done. We've done this in the past few months, we've done that. He said, what are we talking of? This is a political relationship. Okay? In the mid 19th century, Darwin's theory of evolution and natural selection began to exert a powerful influence upon political science. Now, Aristotle, Plato, they made their contribution not until when the world experienced the Darwin theory of evolution. Then things began to take a different turn. Okay? Things began to take a different turn. So let's take more points on that. Now, like I said earlier, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please find out if you have or not. And also ensure to click the notification bell. Okay? Ensure to click the notification bell so that you don't get to miss out on any of our recent updates. Also, it might interest you to also join our private class where we walk you through all your courses throughout the semester. How do you get to do that? Or it's just to go to our official website and you'll find the WhatsApp button in the top right hand corner. When you use it to send it directly to our DM. Now we have Darwin theory of evolution. Darwin theory of evolution and natural selection. Evolution and natural selection. Now, the first institution, okay, now, like we all know, the Darwin's theory of evolution took a different turn, okay? It took a different turn entirely compared to what Aristotle, all right, philosophy was all about. As far as the Darwin's evolutionary, right, as far as the theory of evolution and natural selection is concerned, it took a different turn. And one thing we need to understand here is that this theory, all right, proposes that change over time will occur through certain traits, and therefore enhancing the survival and the reproduction that leads to what we refer to as the modification of organism. Now, what are we seeing here? What we are saying in a sense is that it is more of the survival of the fittest now, as far as Darwin is now concerned. Right? It is more of you can achieve this if only you are powerful. Powerful in what sense? Economical, all right? Economically, financially, all right, and in other ramifications as well. So it's a matter of who needs it most and who wants to get it the most. Survival of the fittest. Okay, due to certain changes, all right, the whole thing is no longer a thing of relationship alone. It's now a thing of a particular set of people wielding power, particular set of people who has built their portfolio to a certain level that they can easily take or do what they want with little or no questioning. So we have that as that. Now let's continue. It says here, and we have that on that. So we've been able to establish that political, all right, parties or political science has been for quite a while, and it has also experienced different changes, all right, and a whole lot of philosophers has made their contributions and input. Okay, and just in line with what we are talking about now, okay, just in line with what we're talking about now, the first institution, all right, dedicated to the study of politics, okay, it is a free school of political science, was founded in Paris in 1871. Okay, this school was established in order to what? Study politics. Okay, the free school of political science. Okay, the free school of political science happens to be the first institution dedicated, okay, to the study of political science. Are we together? And not long after, okay, the American Political Science Association was also introduced. Now, this free school of political science was established in, all right, 1871 in Paris. 1871 in Paris. Okay, and we have that to start. And not long after, the American Political Science Association was also founded in 1903. All right, in 1903, the American Political Science Association as well. And so we have that. Now, let's quickly take this. It says that, so that concludes on the history. So let's quickly take this. It says that there are three distinctions of knowledge. All right. These three distinctions of knowledge are generally recognized in social science, social sciences literature. Okay. Now, these three distinctions are the empirical, analytic, and normative. Now, the empirical is based on observation, analytic is based on logic, while normative is based on of different theories. Are we paying attention? We have that. Now, very quickly, let's talk about traditional political analysis. Traditional political analysis. When we talk about traditional political analysis, what are we talking about? Now, speaking of which, the traditional political analysis, okay, talks about certain things that we need to pay detailed attention to. Now, since the beginning of the recorded history, people have observed, thought about, evaluate, and analyze politics. Those who have analyzed politics on a fairly regular and systematic basis are called political philosophers. Now, they include such well known figures as the likes of Plato, Aristotle, Locke, and Rousseau. Now, traditional political philosophers have always been engaged in what? Recording, all right, observing, evaluating, and analyzing politics. So like, this is one thing I love so much about pen and paper. Pen and paper gives you the opportunity to expand, all right, increase your horizon. Look how he puts it. The traditional political analysis, talking about the individuals who are political philosophers, all right, what they do is they analyze politics on a fairly regular and systematic basis, all right. And speaking of traditional political philosophers, okay, they are and they are engaged in, all right, the recording, all right, observing, evaluating, and analyzing politics. Okay, now, so let's take something down that, all right. Political analysis. Oh my goodness, we're almost done anyway. We just waited a little bit more, but I think I'll just have to open the curtains and so the room can get a little bit bright, light it up. Uh-huh. I think we can manage it this way. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. So as I was explaining, the traditional political analysis. Okay, it's said to be the political analysis, okay, carried out by political traditionalists, or let's just put it this way, analysis done by poll traditionists, all right, which include activities like all together. It includes activities like recording, okay, recording. We have observing, evaluating, recording. All right. I think observing should be before recording. Observing, then record, then we have okay, and then we have evaluate and analyze. Evaluating and analyzing. Okay. Politics. Politics. So we have that as that. And then we have the normative political approach. Okay. This approach is concerned, okay, with the discovery and application of moral notion in the sphere of political relation and practice. All right, moral notion. Speaking on the normative, what is right? All right, when it comes to the practice of political science, what should be rightly practiced? What should be rightly done? There we are talking about the normative, like the normal normative, okay, political approach. So we have that as that. So I want to quickly talk about the development oriented approach. Development oriented approach. Now, according to what it says, the development economic, all right, the development oriented approach is particular, okay, it's intentional about, okay, answering questions, all right, questions about why are some societies developed and others are not. It's particular about answering questions like economic issues, okay, and this approach is very intentional about, all right, issues of economic and political change. Focus on issues of economic and political change. That is the development oriented approach. Now, before we call it wrap for today, Let me check our time. I want us to talk about, our time is fast spent. So let's call it wrap here for today. And in our next class, we'll take it up from the theory of Marxism. Okay? We'll take it up from the theory of Marxism. I want us to try as much as possible to finish this course this week so we can start with some other course by next week. I believe you have been able to gain something into this class. Please let's ensure to submit our note to the appropriate court so we can follow through. Do have a wonderful evening and bye for now.